Hi, Brian.
Hi, Linda.
So I've missed you.
I know I've missed you. It's our catch up, our weekly
I
catch.
know, I know. So I really enjoyed our last chat.
Say hello to
Hi,
Gary.
Gary.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. You guys hanging in there?
Yeah, we did. I loved our last chat. And since we chatted last time, we've had lots of viewers asking to see your kitchen. Like they just won't let up.
Okay, let me go.
And if there's anything on the way to the kitchen that's interesting,
Well,
which I'm sure
you know
there
what?
is.
Yes, you know what is important for me? I love plants in a house.
I didn't know that.
And I have this big palm tree at the end of the hall. So that's where you walk in the front door over there, as you can see.
You did that at the show house last year, 2 years ago. That big tree inside.
Oh, yes, that was great. But to me, having plants in the house is so important. And it really, this time of year, you see the green, you're sitting in the den, you see this big tree, and it's quite a big tree. And you're in the kitchen and you see the tree. So I really like that.
It's very beautiful.
Then,
but actually, Linda, I don't think you realize that in the tree, which is going to probably freak out on me now.
It's a real tree.
Coffee
I put
grinds.
my coffee grinds in there. And that's
What's
what
this?
Coffee grinds.
For
He
my
puts his
coffee filters.
Yes.
And that's what I sprinkle in the tree because this is the best thing for fertilizing
Yes.
plants.
And is it hydroponic or just a regular tree with roots in a pot?
regular tree with roots in a pot.
Wow.
With flavored coffee.
Yes,
And
good.
then we move it
Flavored.
out of the way in the summer. We move it off to the corner, and so we go out those doors to the pool. So now the kitchen.
Yes.
So this area here is the breakfast area,
Yes.
and it's a little hard to see, but
I can
did
see
this
it's lovely.
So I
Going
did-
closer to the breakfast area, so you have
So
that
what we
lovely
did was-
cabinet behind.
Now I've got it. We did, we took half the table's in the lower level, and we turned it so the flat side is at the banquette, and the curved side is here, so I have 2 chairs here, and we sit there. But what this enabled me to have is this sitting area where I have the chair and the other half. So if we're entertaining, we'll sit here, or even I'll sit on the chair and watch TV while Gary's cooking. But it gives you more of like a sitting area and a dining area. And then if we have a lot of people, we just bring the other half of the table and the other chairs that are downstairs.
Very nice. And where is the TV?
The TV, now let me show you this wall. So there's the TV in there.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. So can we go back to your dining area for a minute?
Yes.
Those are your kind of signature cockfighting chairs, right?
Yes, I've had those for 20 years in here.
And explain to our viewers why they're called that. I love the story.
Well, they used to, when they were watching like this games and the gambling and like that, the guys would sit like this and watch games and watch other people play cards and things like that, or with the horse racing or anything like that.
Yes, or cockfights.
Or cockfights in in those parts, which are terrible, but they did that. And then what we did was that wall behind me, which was more of a mahogany color. I had it restained, this sort of browny, charcoaly. And I changed the doors. The doors used to have like Gothic arches on them, and we changed them to these black doors. I wanted metal doors. We did a black door here, but it's very subtle, the difference between that and the wood. And
They're black steel doors, and they're kind of matte steel.
Correct. And then we elevated, as you know, the fireplace has always been elevated up, and there's storage underneath. So that's that way. I love a fireplace in the kitchen, but you can see it from everywhere when it's elevated.
It's what a luxury.
A big luxury. And, I have a fireplace in my bathroom also.
I know that.
We changed the hood. We eliminated all the shelves in the backslash. I used to have a mosaic marble going all the way up. And I just did the marble up to the shelf, the one shelf, put that lighting in it, did a little more modern hood.
It's so much more modern. It's so clean.
So clean, but still with my, I love to have my antique silver as accents and things like that. And I have all my silver in the cupboards.
Okay, so I want to focus on your light. What kind of light did you put in?
So that's an LED that shines up and down. So there's a small gap in the back, and then we put it at the front here. And that's really important because you want the light shining up and down.
Very, very clever.
And then I use a black stove, the Decor stove. And this stove has one side is a steam oven
Yeah.
and regular convection, and the other
Yeah.
side is convection. So
And
your
what's the
steam-
top? Is that induction or gas or what?
Gas.
Gas.
Gas. And then what I also did, just to modernize it, the cabinets used to have a glazed finish. I got rid of the glazed finish, painted a solid color, and then cut the bases. The bases used to have that curve in them.
Yeah, made them
Cut
straight.
square. So it's the same cabinet, but it just looks so much more modern.
What's so amazing, Brian, is you're showing people how you can retrofit your kitchen with small touches without redoing it completely.
Completely. So when you look at this, I feel like I have a completely new kitchen. I really
Did you change the counters at all near the stove?
Yes, we changed the counter and the backsplash because we had to take out the cabinets because the floor was all.
Okay. Oh, you had the flood. I forgot.
Flat.
The flood.
Yes. So we changed the handle to a more modern handle,
Mm-hmm.
changed the stove, changed the backsplash, but that's the original cabinet. The same with this wall of cabinets with the same cabinets and the fireplace mantle also. Now, one of the big things I did on the other side is that was all solid cabinets, and we opened up the center. So I put another counter over there and did the lighting also. So one side is the fridge over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the pantry over there. And then we did deep pot drawers and dishes up above.
Did you
And
always
that-
have those French door fridges?
You know what I did? I had a single door fridge before, and I decided to do the French door fridge because it's much better when you're between the cabinet and island. You have much more space. The door is much smaller. So when you would open the 36-inch door, you were really close to the island. So I recommend for people to do the French door fridge. It's so much better.
And it looks
And
more
then
like
I was easy. It does, and it matches the pantry on the other side because it was too big to do a big 36. The 36-inch doors are big doors, so that the two 18s are better.
Mm-hmm.
And then we changed the island. The countertop on the island, it's a laminate. It's I'll get you the information on this.
It's like a porcelain or something?
It's a porcelain, and it matches exactly the stone on the fireplace. It's unbelievable. And then what we did was I did this black sink, which is a polar sink, and it's almost like this fiberglass. They call it, I forget what, I'll get the name for you.
I'm writing it down.
It's indestructible. I love it. And then I use the black faucet because I don't want the faucet to be the focal point. I have other things to be the focal point of the kitchen.
So have we shot this kitchen yet?
No, you haven't.
Okay, well, you know what? We need to shoot it. Please, please, please. Because if we publish it in House and Home, then people can get all the sourcing and they can study the details.
Absolutely. And I want to show you, I had a traditional mahogany island, and we changed the island, and I did it in glass and metal. So all of this is back painted glass and trimmed in metal, and it's up on legs. And again, that gives the whole kitchen a really modern feel.
It feels very, I want to say, curated, like bespoke.
Yes. Yes.
Very, very fine detailing. I love it.
But the foundation of the kitchen, which is my fireplace wall, is still the old fireplace wall.
Well, it's great. I'd like to talk to the chef for a minute. May I?
Yes, there he is.
Oh, and then also have your
Oh, we did new stools also.
New stools. I'd like to know what it's like to cook in this kitchen.
Oh, honestly, it's incredible. I realize the bigger the kitchen is, the more crap you got in it. And when we lost everything in the flood, everything came out. We took it downstairs, and the housekeeper was like, I'm going to start bringing everything up. And I said to her, no, you're not. If we don't use it within a month, we're going to lose it.
And you don't miss it.
Don't miss it. You know what? So it's been
We have so much stuff in here. But I made the island bigger also for Gary because I had stopped the island about here. So you didn't see it from the family room. And I thought, it's so beautiful. I don't mind if I extend that with the glass. So the island is much bigger. And then what I did was the island was much wider because I had the counter stools at the end. So we narrowed the island, put the counter stools here. That's why I did the French door fridge.
Much better. It's more like an eating table. It feels more like a communal table.
Absolutely.
I find that it's also too deep. I don't know. I found that when it was almost too deep, you were reaching over and you weren't using the middle part of it. Like, you don't need it to be as big. And
then we did this sort of modern lantern up here.
Beautiful.
So it's
very sexy.
Thank you.
No, it is. I mean, it's a complete transformation.
Complete
it's so
transformation.
sexy and glamorous and elegant.
And it still connects to the house because a lot of the elements are here. The crown molding is the original crown molding. We had to replace the crown molding in one side of the room.
So what was the original floor?
Wood,
And
hardwood.
You've put it back?
No, we put this stone. We put this Belgian blue limestone.
Oh, Belgian bluestone.
Yes.
Oh, that's fabulous.
And I just
There's only one thing I want to say about that.
What?
Don't drop your fine china on it.
No.
Be careful.
No, it doesn't bounce off of this.
That's the only thing, but it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. We were able to heat it.
Oh, that's great.
Which is so nice.
It was always cold. I always found the kitchen to be somewhat cold after we renovated it.
Yeah.
I said to Brian, what about if we heat the floor? He's like, brilliant. So
we heated it, and now it's nice and warm. And I think what happened was between the fireplace, this outside wall, it was a little drafty. And the house is over 100 years old. So this really helped even out the...
I've always wanted a stone floor in my kitchen. Always, always, in every house I've ever been in.
I love it. It
feels a bit sort of farmhouse. It feels a bit European.
It does. And you know, the nice thing about this kitchen redo is that by keeping that wall, but changing the color a little bit, keeping my table and chairs, keeping my cabinets at that end and just painting them fresh, cutting the bases. And then the new cabinets that we had to replace because they were destroyed, I used the same detail as the old cabinets, but by painting it this beautiful color, it's not white, but it's a very, very...
Do you know what the color is?
I don't know it offhand, but I'll get it for you. We'll put it in the magazine when it's published. And doing the traditional crown molding, it still feels connected to the house, but it feels updated.
So it doesn't feel like you won your kitchen in a game show.
Exactly.
Good.
And that really bothers me when I see people take these beautiful old houses and do these kitchens where there's absolutely no connection to the rest of the house. So this kitchen's still modern, but it connects to the house still. Now what I'm going to do is really sort of do the same thing to some other rooms, you know.
Oh, you know, this is a fabulous kitchen, Brian. I love your kitchen.
And I personally love the seating area. You know,
love it.
Because before the bunket and Brian wouldn't, listen, I'd be cooking and I'd lose them. You know,
yeah, so he can relax there and do his stuff.
I can cook, he can chat. I've got my book of recipes that I get him to go through it.
And the banquette that we did, you can see over here, is
the
original banquette. So
yes.
That's the original banquette. I just cut the back down. It was a higher back, and it had a more traditional arm. So I cut it down, put that bolster across the back, and did it in this sort of natural, almost whitey linen.
Yep.
And again, it's the same one. And
it's really good. It's really, really, really good. Get
rid of everything. You really can incorporate elements that you've had and just update it.
It's fantastic. I love it. I'm waiting for the virus to end so you can invite me over.
We are going to.
Because I'd love to see it in person.
I'll let you go through the book and you can choose a recipe. I'm making them this for dinner, but you've got to turn away so you can't see it.
What are you making?
You can't look.
Well, you can tell us. Okay, please. Oh. Can't help you there.
But you know what he makes, which I love? He makes these mushroom crepes. And he takes a barbecue chicken and shreds it and sautés mushrooms and onions. And leeks. And mixes it and then makes these crepes and then folds them and some creme fraiche or sour cream on top of it.
Yeah, wow. You could make me that. That would be okay.
That's the best.
And the leftover is great for pasta. So whatever doesn't make it into the blintzes, just keep it in the refrigerator and double it up as a topping for your pasta.
Oh, yum. I think you two are having fun.
Yes, the fun is wearing off. Then.
I love it.
Back to the dining room.
Can I come back in a week or two?
Absolutely.
I mean, hopefully we'll be out by then.
Yes. Yes.
So big shout out to all those brave people out there taking care of us.
Thank goodness to the doctors and the nurses and the delivery people and the cashiers and everybody that's out there keeping us fed and healthy.
Yes.
And
even my dry cleaners. I love my dry cleaners.
Everybody.
Everyone.
And it's important to say thank you, you know, when the delivery people come with your groceries, or
Yes.
just say thank you so much for working. You know, we couldn't do it.
Yes. And support your local businesses. There's
Absolutely.
websites where you can go on and you can donate to support all the little people in your area, all the little businesses that can't be open.
Exactly. And for us in the design industry, keep in contact with all your vendors,
Yes.
try to order things,
Yes.
or at least get purchase orders ready, meet with your
Yes.
client online. And so as soon as they reopen, we're back to business.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Brian. That was a great reminder.
Thanks.
Okay, boys.
Okay.
See you
Love
soon.
See you
Lots
soon.
of love.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next week.
Thank you.